Hot babes all around. There's old man Ryback. Just happy living life. May just feed me more. Show me your tits, sweetie.
It's feeding time. Feeding Time, brought to you by Feed Me More Nutrition's Shell Shock Weight Management Formula, our #1 bestseller, 5-star review, $140 worth of ingredients for $34.99. Get yours today on Amazon and feedmemore.com. Feed me more.
Yo, welcome to Feeding Time. The big guy Ryback back at you, Sin City. From Casa de la Big Guy here today. And guys, today is a pretty big meal. I'm doing a monster 18-inch Capriotti's. It's a vegetarian chicken sandwich. The chicken's vegan. It has pickles, tomatoes, the vegan chicken, sweet peppers, and it's not supposed to have cheese, but I see some cheese. I think they put provolone cheese on it. I ordered it with no cheese, and they messed up. But so this is a vegetarian meal because it has dairy. So I'm sure we'll have some nice comments from the vegan community in there on how I'm a sellout. The big guy's hungry, always hungry. Feedmemore.com, all the merch. Yeah, we're gonna get in just big sauna day, a lot of shoulder work at the gym. The hammer strength machine, I tell you guys, that has the handle. I have to move my shoulder where my scapula moves. I put the handle, and it's thin enough, it goes under my scapula. I then have to dig it down in, and it just rips apart all the tissue that's holding my scapula. And man, I can't do that every day. It's intense. I did over 30 minutes today, and 30 of like doing it, taking little small breaks, go back at it. After I did 30 minutes in the sauna to get my big meaty, just beefy, big guy body, get those muscles nice and loose, and so that I could really dig in. And I broke up a lot of scar tissue, so I've earned this meal. Haven't earned shit. It's feeding time, guys. I'm sure we'll be real chatty Cathy on during this video. Chatty Carl. Chatty Cathy is the official term though, but I think you have a name for a man, Chatty Carl. I'm doing a little seltzer water. Kroger brand, cranberry lime. Delicious. Highly recommend. No sodium. We'll talk about sodium some more. And there's only 10 grams of sodium, 10 milligrams, not 10 grams of sodium in this as well. Very low. This, a lot of sodium. Gonna do a potassium pill or two after this. We'll talk about that. All right. Freaking jacked. I also got a couple hash browns. I decided to, Oh yeah. Start off with a nice hash brown. I had to throw away. There was so much paper that they wrapped the sub, and even the hash browns were so much paper. I mean, everything came intact, but Capriotti saved some trees for the rest of us. That's a lot of paper. I felt like we could have just used 2 pieces. I think they had like 8. Oh yeah. This is 9 inches here. The old 9-incher times 2. Man, you see the V. Get eyes on that. Get eyes on that. All right. All right. Oh yeah. That's really good. Capriotti's has more vegan options, vegan meats, I should say. They don't have the vegan mayo or vegan cheese options. That's again, I wish these places, it's cool. I'm happy, right? Change takes time. Go all in. Don't half-ass it. Give people full vegan options. But I get it from a business too. They may be unsure. You got inventory. You probably got to get different bread. You got to have a vegan bread or bread that doesn't have dairy, right? Or eggs. Even though I eat eggs on my diet, it's ovo vegetarian, I believe. But I went straight vegan over 13, 14 months, and then I added in the eggs, and I'm very, very happy. But again, I've done videos where they accidentally put something on like cheese. I'm gonna eat it. I'm not gonna lose any sleep over it. Mushrooms too. Got the mushrooms on it. I had to go. My toilet paper holder downstairs has been the wall mount, little circular piece. The two pieces that you hook in, and then you've got the bar to slide the toilet paper on. Well, one of the circular pieces, it falls off. You can use it, I've got to put it back on, but every time I go to get toilet paper, it falls off the wall. Let me go on for a little bit here. And it was such a minor inconvenience, but it really does. I mean, it happens multiple times every day. I just never felt the need to fix it because it hooks back on. It looks fine. No one can tell that it's just missing the little screw that needs to screw in. But that's gone. I don't know what happened to it. Disappeared. So I'm looking, I just go, I gotta fix this. It irked me a little bit today. I go, why haven't I fixed this yet? Big guy. This isn't gonna fix itself. And so I looked on Amazon. They don't sell just a little screw piece for those. And I go, I'm just gonna go into Home Depot. Maybe they'll probably have a little section of the little wall mount screws because they all use like the same kind of screw to kind of go in. Regardless of the style. And they didn't sell them that I saw. So I just bought a new piece. And I undid the little screw in it and then put it into mine and fixed it. Voila. Tim the Toolman Taylor star. Felt really good. I was really proud of myself for that today. But that was such a piece of trash to let it go that long. It wasn't that long, but it's just another life lesson. It's like if you want something to be fixed, you can't just magically, the positive law of attraction like this toilet paper. It's gonna be fixed. The fixing part is up to me to go do the work. You know what I mean? And that's where you gotta, and it will be fixed. That thought will come true, but you gotta get the car. Got to go drive down to the hardware store, get the little piece that you need, and get your little tool set out and do the work. Plug that into whatever you want in life. I want to be in better shape. You got to get your fat ass up and go to the gym. You got to hop on the Stairmaster. You got to hop on the elliptical. You got to hop on the treadmill. You got to hop on the arm bike. Hop on the assault bike, the pedal bike, whatever you want. You got to start doing. You got to go lift the weights. You got to move. Go play tennis. I don't care what it is. Whatever you like, but you got to be active. Great carb day for the big guy today. Little reset. Round two. Ding, ding, ding. Hash brown first again. Hash browns. What a great thing. Hash browns might be one of the best tasting foods when you're drunk. Who's messaging me? Ooh. Always like it when I get a nice message. But hash browns, just a night out partying, you're trashed, you've got your wits about you, but you're rocking a little bit, just like in that phased dream, just in and out. And you've got your food, your eyes are shut, and you're just dipping it in just way too big a dips of ketchup all over yourself. You wake up with ketchup all over you and stains. You don't even remember how they got there, but man, in that moment, so good. I haven't done that in a while. Long time. I'll tell you, I will. Throwing a big party once this legal stuff is over. Monster Las Vegas bash. I'm gonna invite everybody. Everyone's invited. I'm gonna be tanked, be drunk all day and night. There were a lot of videos coming out of me from that. Telling you guys about sodium earlier. Sodium is really important, especially when you're active, like doing the sauna. Do the sauna multiple times a week. I do very hard conditioning, cardio, where I sweat a lot and lose a lot of body fluids, vitamins and minerals. You got to replenish that, electrolytes. But it is really there's such a strong connection to when you have too high sodium and an elevated blood pressure. And I have the blood pressure monitor. I highly advise everyone to go get one. And I've always prided myself on being what people would consider, looking at me, probably go, he's probably really unhealthy. I have very healthy numbers on that. My blood pressure is always typically under 120. When it's good, it's in like usually 112 to 118 over 60, sometimes 58. They say anything 120 over 80 and under. But I've noticed I'm really good. I know kind of the amount of based off how I eating at home. Making like not, you got to be really careful from processed foods. You're better off going and buying pinto beans and cooking them on your own and not having the sodium in them, and then using some pink Himalayan sea salt, some iodine, sea salt, different things to get that sodium. You can use controlled, and it is much better for you than the processed foods, where you get thousands of milligrams sometimes in a can. I'll eat a whole can of beans. If I don't, and you can rinse them out and then you can get the sodium down a little. There's still so much more in it though. And I find for people like me, and I eat 4 times a day, but I have to eat a little bit more calories, right? That if I'm not conscious of what I'm eating as far as like eating home cooked meals, and that my sodium can go, an athlete anywhere, you could be 2 to 5 grams and be, in the zone on that. And I'm closer to that in being in that 4 to 5 grams. And that's my sweet spot where all my numbers are really good. I'm energized. I have, I'm not holding too much water. But if you go out to eat, you know, for say, this probably has thousands and thousands of milligrams of sodium, which is why I'm taking the potassium pills because it will balance out slightly. Still, this is why it's not good to eat out all the time. If you go to, you know, when I used to get the Buffalo Wild Wings and do 30 chicken wings, that can be anywhere from 12 to 18,000 milligrams of, or grams, 12 to 18 grams of sodium. That's so far out of what I need. You see what I mean? And that's where people, and sometimes it depends on which sauce, sometimes they drench the sauce. That stuff, that's where a lot of that sodium is. So the people, it's not just the calories and the fats and the protein and the carbs. It's all the other stuff they put in it with the high salt to make it taste better. That when you eat that stuff, people eat this stuff daily, multiple times a day. There's people out there getting 20 to 30 grams of sodium a day. That's where the issues come in. They have a heart attack and then the doctor tells them they got to watch what they're eating. They're like, man, I used to eat meals with 10 grams of sodium in one meal. What do you mean I can't have over 2,000 milligrams, 2 grams of sodium? And that's what I'm talking about. Even people, and I've done this, eat at home. That's where I learned. I go, man, I got to make my rice, make my beans every week, buy my vegetables fresh, or get ones with very low sodium frozen, and not get the canned goods as much. And the canned goods I love because they're convenient, they taste good, and they do have low sodium ones, which are convenient. But you got to watch the ones that aren't. Can of beans can have 1,500 milligrams of sodium, and that's just one part of the meal, you know? So you may think you're doing a fantastic job, but your sodium's through the roof. And that's where you get the health issues long term. And that's where I really, really try to stay on top of that. But I noticed like I'll sometimes every once in a while buy the vegan chicken tenders, chicken wings, chicken nugget things, and they have a buffalo sauce with it. For whatever reason, I thought that only had, I thought it was like only 1,000 or 1,500 milligrams of sodium. I don't know, and I don't know if I looked at like the one serving or whatever it was. You know, a whole bag though with a salad, and I'll do that every once in a while when I don't feel like doing the vegan chicken tenders, the regular ones, which even those have salt, but I'll put the potassium on, and those all keep me in my range because I do the 4 meals a day, and I have that down pretty good to a pretty good science essentially of knowing what I need. But there's 4,000 and almost 4,500 milligrams of sodium in that bag, and I go, well, I can't buy these anymore. That's putting me, that with my other meals puts me in the 8 to 10 gram range on those days that I have that. And I don't want that because I'm already high on like a day I'll do today. This is my cheat meal for the week is where I'm gonna be high. And that's very minimal in the grand scheme of things when your levels are controlled. It's doing it consecutively over and over and over is where you have that elevated blood pressure. It's not good, not good. That's one of the stuff people don't think about. We just think about the nutrients, the macronutrients, the carbs, protein, and fats. But that's why always repeatedly we hear don't eat processed foods that much. Eat fresh fruits and vegetables and make our foods as much as possible. That's why, guys. I want to live to be really old. $110 with 30 dogs, chickens, fruits and vegetables growing with trees, big pool, the lazy river, just 110, floating out there, getting drunk once a week still. Hot babes all around. There's old man Ryback, just happy living life. May just feed me more. Show me your tits, sweetie. So you guys know, my TikTok has really killed my account. I've gone all of August, not one post has gotten over 1 million views, where I've usually, my account's down like 80 something percent month over month, even though last month was really bad because they restarted it then. I'm not allowed to do my stupid on there, which were my most seen videos. They couldn't stop me, and then they finally figured out a way, and they said violating community guidelines for harassment and bullying and promoting dangerous activities. When I would stitch a video saying someone's doing something stupid, they have now stopped me from doing that. And essentially, when I do it, if I go, no, I'm going to keep doing it, they hit me with a community guidelines violation. My account goes into a restricted mode. I don't know how long it is. It just keeps happening. They just keep hitting me with them. And like I notice they'll go, the videos might start to get a little bit of views, bam, get hit with another one, even though I'm not doing the videos. And I go, I've reached out, not one other customer through the app, through my contacts I have as a creator. Nobody will get back. It's been weeks. And I know what's going on. And they found a way to suppress me through their ways, even though I'm not. It's like, so I have to be very careful. Like I've done things on a sound. None of the original videos are getting taken down, by the way. It's just my videos, as if I'm like the creator of the video. And it's really frustrating, but I just keep trying to keep making content. There's a lot of people might go, might not think I'm making as many posts. I am. I just have to take them down because they hit me. They'll stop my video and they're about to hit it with the community guidelines. I got to hurry and delete it. I did a sound one the other day. Everyone's doing the sound. It was some sound everyone was doing, and I did it. And then they muted the sound on my video, so I had to delete the video and repost it. And with the sound that everybody was using, but I had the video already made with the watermarks and posted it. They then hit me with a community guidelines violation for the sound instantly on it. And I go, so like they'll do that. They'll hide my videos, and then if I try, because this is how I was getting around it before. They'd hide and I just keep reposting, and finally a time would come where they just didn't catch it, and it would go. It was fine with it. Now what they're doing is they're hiding, and if I go to repost, they hit me with the community guidelines right away. Account goes into restricted mode. It's just nonstop. So hopefully, though, this is all situated, and we'll see. But that Zuckerberg was on Rogan and has fully admitted that they restrict content, and when they did it with Hunter Biden's laptop for the FBI, and Joe followed up with you restrict. He goes, yeah, and he goes, well, how much? Oh, I don't know. He knows, and because this is what they've done to me, and where they allow you to post still, but your account, you're not seen, and that's why I post my impressions for people to see, so you can go, how does this guy with this huge following get such few views? It's because the impressions, people aren't seeing it. Small portion, which they have in their algorithm, which he admitted, which is huge for me that's been publicly put out there now, because that's what I've been saying they've been doing to me, and they do it to certain other people. It's far more dangerous than like what they did with Andrew Tate with that, because when you're banned, then that gets everyone's attention. What did somebody do to get banned? And then that brings attention on it. And if you're not, he posts health and fitness and positivity and stuff on being happy and love and entertainment and comedy, pro wrestling, and people, why do you get banned? Then that controversy, when they restrict you, you can't really, perception is reality. People just don't find them interesting. You can say whatever you want. It's the numbers. And it's like, so that's what I've dealt with, and it's frustrating. So, because everything, you guys have seen everything where it's hot, and you see when it's cold, and you're like, But hopefully we get this all resolved here shortly. So that's enough of that. All right, done. Capriotti's 18-inch vegetarian chicken sandwich, cheese sandwich. That and 2 hash browns came to $26.47. This was a large vegetarian chicken cheesesteak. Doesn't make a chicken cheesesteak. It's a vegan chicken sandwich. Stupid. Take that down, TikTok. They put the cheese on it. I wasn't happy about that, but it was good. So I guess I was happy about it, even though I didn't want the dairy. I'm going to give that a 9.4 out of 10. Very good. Very good. Again, if they went with the vegan mayo and a vegan cheese, would have put that higher. But very tasty sandwich. And a good value, very filling. And those hash browns are, I don't think I've ever had a bad hash brown. 9.8 out of 10 of the hash browns. Delicious. Who would have thought Capriotti's had amazing hash browns? They do. Now you know. All right, guys, that's about it. I've got to go do a bunch more work on my shoulder and get ready, kind of map out the beginning of this week here. And I'll keep you guys kind of up to date with everything going on, with everything else. Just staying hungry and staying optimistic, and it's all going to work out. So that's that. Check out my Feed Me More Nutrition guys over on feedmemore.com. You could still save 20% from watching this show with discount code FEEDINGTIME20. Discount code FEEDINGTIME20 at checkout on feedmemore.com. We've got all the Ryback merch, all the Feed Me More merch, Hungry merch. We've got all kinds of different weightlifting shirts and tank tops and hoodies and sweaters, beanies, drinkware, and accessories on top of the best supplements on the planet. Guys, with no artificial sweeteners or colors and vegan friendly for all people. Check that out. The ISO Hungry Vanilla Mocha is going to be in stock here any day. It's on its way to fulfillment. It might even be in stock after this video comes up. It might get in the morning and it might have it on when this comes out. And the Hope Spot Mood and Stress Support is on its way with that as well. And so we're back in stock on that stuff, and along with all the other supplements. So thank you guys very much. And let's have a great week and stay #hungry, my friends. Until we feed again, feed me more.
Hey, Rybackers, don't forget to hit that like button, smash that subscribe, and shell shock those notifications. For the best supplements on the planet with Feed Me More Nutrition and all the latest cool new Ryback merch, visit feedmemore.com.